We're keeping an eye on Hurricane Dorian, which has strengthened to a Category 3 storm. It is moving northwest right now and is expected to head to the Florida coast. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Jane Monreal. Let's turn things over to our team of meteorologists, starting with Cindy Presser, who has a look at Dorian's track right now. Sid.
As you can see, it's a very well-organized hurricane right now. This is now major since it is a Category 3. These thunderstorms are wrapping around the eye, and we have a very visible eye wall now. So that indicates strengthening today. It is now turning just a little bit to the west-northwest. So we're starting to see some changes here. It is moving into very favorable conditions, an environment that is going to be conducive for this thing to start getting stronger and larger. So this is the updated track now as of 5 o'clock, and this has some good news, at least for this part of Florida. As you can see, it does strengthen to a Category 4, tracking over the Bahamas as we head into the weekend. But look at this. Now our track is taking it on a sharp turn to the north, making landfall around Fort Pierce, and then taking it northward. Again, there's still a lot of uncertainty here. We don't know this for sure, but that's the way things are looking. The computer models are now starting to cluster right around here and then taking it sharply off to the north. And again, we could still see some changes out of this. It's not written in stone. There's still a lot going on here. And Derek, you've been looking at this all afternoon. Give us your thoughts.
Well, I'll tell you what, Cindy, it's actually been kind of an interesting storm to watch, just seeing how just a couple of days ago it was dealing with all that dry air down in the Caribbean. Now it really actually looks like a bona fide serious hurricane on satellite. Let me show you what's going on here. This is visible satellite, and this is going back about 6 hours or so, and you can clearly see the significant development of the system here throughout the day today. You can see the eye that is now really beginning to show up here. If you go a little bit closer here, we have what's called pinwheel vortices. If you look very carefully, you can see little swirls going on, swirling around on the inside of the eye. And a lot of times what will happen with a major hurricane is you'll get these pinwheel vortices, and they actually will create stronger winds within the eye wall than the actual winds going around into the eye. So actually very interesting feature here that you oftentimes will see with a major hurricane. Now that upper level low pressure system that we were watching that was giving us some southwesterly wind shear yesterday, the upper level low is now moving through the Bahamas and headed towards the Florida Strait. So it's backing out of the way, and you can see that since that's happened, we've actually seen some more organization with Dorian. So we have not seen that shear that's been impacting it. It's starting to get into a better environment like Cindy mentioned, and you notice how all the clouds are pointing in this general direction. If you were watching yesterday, we were talking about that. That's a telltale sign that the storm is trying to go in that direction, or it's being pulled in that general direction. So that west-northwest movement is occurring, and we expect a turn towards the west before turning back towards the north here as it gets close to the Florida coastline. So a few changes with the forecast here this afternoon. By the way, don't forget to submit your weather photos and your videos. You can either send them to us at weather@fox4now.com or post on our Fox 4 page. Send it to us on Twitter. You can see the Twitter handle there as well as Instagram. We would love to see your photos, whether they be weather photos or perhaps you're out and about getting gas and trying to take pictures of the gas shortages, or even some of the empty shelves at some of the local grocery stores. We'd love to see them.